Batting is the offensive part of the game in which you can score runs, and today I will be explaining how to bat correctly. Batting is not only about swinging and hopefully getting a hit. It starts all the way from the dugout when you're warming up. The first step is to stretch your arms and legs to avoid muscle injury. You can stretch your arms using these kind of stretches, and you can do your own leg stretches. When you're on deck, that is when you start taking practice swings to get the muscles and joints for this movement going. And finally, you step up to the plate. Once you're at the plate, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to have a fully extended arm and put your bat on the opposite corner of the base, facing towards the pitcher. And when you can do that without losing your balance, that means you have full base coverage. After this, you're going to want to start your rhythm. Each player has their own rhythm. My rhythm is to wiggle my butt back and forth and wiggle the bat around and say, you can do this, you got this. Depending on how fast you can swing the bat, changes when you start your swing compared to the pitcher's pitch. I start my swing when the pitcher is at the top of his pitch, meaning when his arm is fully extended right over him. To start your swing, you're going to want to do the laser to catcher, which means you're going to have the knob of your bat should be facing the catcher's feet. And at the same time, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to lift your front foot up slightly to come off the ground. I'll show you a little demonstration of that. So here, my rhythm, this is my laser to catcher. With the slightly off the thing, my front foot slightly off the ground. Then you're going to want to drive your hands without dropping them, meaning keeping your hands parallel to your body with the bat facing the umpire, the top of the bat facing the umpire, while your arms are fully extended and putting your front foot back on the ground in this direction, halfway between the 90 degrees of the base and the catcher. So I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So you have your rhythm, your laser to catcher, and what you're going to want to do, you put your foot back on the ground, and you're going to slightly turn your hips, but not turn your hips a lot for now, and you're going to drive the bat, and don't drop your hands, and the knob should be facing towards the pitcher, and the top of the bat should be facing towards the umpire, or over the catcher, and then you're going to start turning your bat so you can get a nice contact at a perpendicular angle to the ball. What this does is keep your hips closed to retain all the power until contact, because the hips provide the most power, and if your toes were facing the pitcher, your hips would be open, and then you would only have arm power for contact, and then the ball wouldn't go far or wouldn't have a lot of power in it. Then bring the barrel of your bat for contact. The contact one for a straight hit will mean that the bat will be perpendicular to your body while turning your front leg towards the pitcher and opening your hips. I'll show you what that looks like. It looks like, so you have your rhythm, your laser to catcher, then you're going to want to bring the knob there, and a straight hit, you're going to have the barrel like that, and your back leg's going to be sort of bent, and your front leg is going to be, and foot are going to be facing towards the pitcher. Finally, to finish your swing, your front leg is going to be fully extended, and you're going to be leaning a bit backwards, the bat behind you, and your back leg bent. To recap how to bat, you're going to want to start with your rhythm, nice rhythm, you can do this, you can do this, then knob to catcher's feet or laser to catcher, you go like that, keep your eye on the ball, then you're going to want to start your swing, bring the knob forward, and then bring your hands forward like that, extend, contact, and finish, lean a bit backwards, and of course drop your bat and start running. Something that people don't think about when they bat is hand positioning. You don't want to give it the death grip. What you're going to want to do, you give it sort of the death grip with your bottom hand, but with your top hand you're going to want to give it a slight, just like hold it very slightly so you can have flick in it for the direction of the hit. Another aspect to batting is called bunting. Bunting, as opposed to batting, is not trying to get the ball far into the outfield. It's trying to get the ball very close to make the catcher or pitcher run, or even the first and third baseman to run. Instead of doing a swing, you're going to take the bat, hold it in the middle like that, and take your other hand, so just for the motion, not for holding it, and you're going to stand like this, a bit closer to the base, so you have a bit more than full base coverage, and you're going to want to hit it like that but you don't want it to hit up. You always want to hit on the bottom part of the bat, so the ball goes to the ground directly, so they can't catch you on a fly out. What a bunch should look like.